Hello, Holly. Hello, Kara. How are we doing today? Is everyone excited? We haven't had one of these in a while. There we go. Just getting my notepad ready. I have everyone with all the paid, those who prepaid before we started the live. So we're gonna start with those whenever they get in here, but we're also gonna do free one card readings. Hello, how are you, Sue? Val. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. We'll wait for a couple more folks to pop in. That way everyone gets their reading live. And if they don't show, those of you who have already paid, then I will timestamp and let you know. Better than other days. That's a win. Yes, Holly. I love it. You're healing. That's good. It's been cloudy here today. How's it been for everyone else? Hello, Kara. I just felt a snag on my fingernail, so I might I might mess with that a few times. That bothers me. I always have a nail file handy so I can file whenever that happens. Yeah. You know, the autism. Oh man. All right. Well, I see a few more in here. We will go ahead and wait for everybody to get in. We have Linda, Nicole, Gina, and Angela that are at the top of the list for their reading. Hello, Anna. How is everyone? And then we will do the free ones too, but I don't want to do anyone's reading if they're not present. So we'll hold out on those ones. So if you already sent a tip, then drop a comment that you're here so that I know that you're present and I'll get to your reading ASAP. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kara. You're such a sweetheart. Let me pin that one. Sunny, but your yard is in the shade in the fall and spring. Oh, man. That's kind of a bummer. Those are kind of the times when you really want it. I mean, wintertime, you want the sun shining on your yard. So I guess if it shines in the winter, you're good. But yeah, it's been cloudy here most of the day. It's actually sunny right now, which is strange. We've had storm clouds moving through, but we haven't had any rain or anything yet. So there's no storms forecast. It just says it's supposed to be cloudy. So we'll see about that one because we get impromptu storms. People like to say, this is Colorado, so wait 15 minutes and we'll have different weather. Okay. I don't see anyone yet commenting that has prepaid for their reading. So why don't we go ahead and start with the free one card readings? Oh, there's Linda. Hi, Linda. Okay, we'll start with yours then, and then we'll do some free ones, and then we'll go through the list as they show up. So if you already pre-tipped for a reading, let me know whenever you get here with a comment. When we shed the leaves, I'll get more sun. There you go. It's nice to have so many trees though on your property. I love my big tree and it shades my property most of the year, except for when the leaves are gone. So towards the end of fall and then all winter, I'll get more sun in the yard. But I love that I have the big giant tree. I have two, one on each side of that side of my house, big ones. I have a couple of small ones over here too, but I love my trees. Watching on an iPad, typing on your phone. All right, that works. At least we know you're here so I can get to your reading. All right. Let me see what we're going to use for Miss Linda. Okay. I was told shamanic healing, and we'll get you another deck. Okay. I'm going to grab 3 for you because I was told to do that. So we got the Tarot deck, Shamanic Healing, and... Ooh, that's a good one. I've got them all stacked up over here. Yes, I can see your comment. If you guys see someone else's comment that's not showing up, please let me know. Also, if it's Nicole, Gina, or Angela, just so that I get theirs done in a timely fashion whenever they show up. Otherwise, we'll do that towards the end, and I'll timestamp those so that they know exactly when their reading is and they can find that. Okay, Miss Linda. She says hello to the soul soup. Okay, girl. This is going to be... okay. We'll clarify with the tarot. And if you guys are just joining, if you want a free 1-card reading, then just wait for a few minutes until we get through the ones who have tipped already. And then I will ask who would like a reading, and you can let me know at that time. My little goddess coils like to slip up on me. All right. Well, I mean, that works. You had 5 cards total that came out of all of the decks. So that's right in line with what we were going for anyway. Shocking, I know. All right, Miss Linda. Okay. So we're going to start with the tarot because, I don't know, the way that it fell on my desk, the way that I pulled them, this is just how I read anyway. I read from like the end and then to the beginning and then back through. I don't know why. That's just my style. So we're going to do it that way. Bottom of the deck with the tarot, we have 6 of Wands in the reverse. This is, feeling less than victorious, less than exalted. This is being in completely understandable for you right now since you just lost your mom, but it's like feeling very depleted, especially emotionally, mentally, emotionally, it's just exhaustion. And the card that did come out of that deck is the Death card. This is endings, heralding new beginnings. Okay. And then right behind that 6 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Wands in the upright. So this is creating new foundations. This is celebration, happiness, stepping through the portal. I do get like a wink from your mom, like I made it. I know you weren't questioning that, but that's just a little like, hey, I'm here, I'm doing good. So celebrate that. I know it's really difficult whenever we're forced to let go of loved ones and the grief period. There is no set amount of time for that, even when we're expecting some kind of an ending like a death. It doesn't mean that the grief is any less heavy. Okay. So I want you to really support yourself right now. And also, I know you've got supportive family, amazing people supporting you. So allow them to love you. Open up in that divine feminine energy. Be open to receive. Of course, if you're feeling like bombarded or overstimulated by that, then set your boundaries, of course. But I do really get the sense that you need to be open to the healing balm that's coming in for you. We have healing energy on the bottom of the deck with the Shamanic Healing Oracle. Oh, awesome. On point. Thank you, Linda. The healing energy, you are undergoing a tremendous healing process at this time, okay? It's teaching you also behind that on the bottom of the deck is the teaching card retreat right after that. So definitely take some time to absorb what it is that you've learned throughout this entire situation. But it's like you're also showing others or teaching others, probably your family members, um, how to handle the grief process itself. I really get that you're um, like that person to look up to for this process and for the family. Slow and steady, right? Move through the grief process slow and steady, and everything in your life right now. Take it easy, take a balanced approach to everything. Don't overwhelm yourself with things. Don't put too much on your plate right now because you need to be delicate with yourself. You need to really nourish yourself at this time. We have truth showing up also right next to that with the bald eagle. I do get that that is symbolism that's going to be very personal to you. So check out the spiritual symbolism of the bald eagle. But eagles soar very high, right? They rise above, they see everything below. So it's like your higher self is it's like you're very in tune, in sync with your higher self. You have this higher perspective simultaneously. You are so tired. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's completely valid. Nourish yourself right now, because you're energetically you're working overtime. Okay, um, but I get the sense that you're seeing. It's like, and I've had many different times in my life. Okay, Anna, I got you, love. I got you on the list. Thank you. Um, that you're going through the motions, you are kind of facing whatever it is, you're in the thick of it, but simultaneously you have this higher perspective. It's like your higher self is saying, watch, do this. You're really tapped into the guidance that you're receiving too. So listen to that. That is um that is part of it's braided in. It's not like part of the grander purpose of this situation, but it is kind of that teaching moment that this is the way you're learning these lessons through this situation, through your grief, right? We have the priestess showing up for you also right here, which is you dialed in to your higher self, to your guidance. And it's just extra confirmation of that connection with the higher self and being guided to show that you are supported across realms. Your higher self and your guides are right there with you, helping you through this process. How are you being called to step up and lead is what that priestess card actually says on it. So again, touching back on what I said earlier about you being the guide for others through the grief. And it might not just be restricted to this situation and your family and friends and the immediate circle that is impacted by the loss of your mother. Um, but I don't know. I get death doula. And it's not like you have to go into this as a profession or anything like that, but I do sense that there are other situations with others that you might be helping them through grief processes of their own. Okay. So this is Archangel Azrael is with you. Azrael is the angel of death and transitions. So not only with death, but transitional situations as well. I don't know. I'm getting like spiritual social worker vibes here, which is really awesome. That's really neat. I haven't really gotten that ever before in a reading, but I like how that was put. That was beautiful. We have, and right next to that is awakening. So I guess I'll put that card down and focus on what I have right in front of me first. Maybe you need to focus on what you have right in front of you and not, get sidetracked. That's where that slow and steady comes in. It's like just, there's nothing else that you need to do. There's nothing else that you need to really focus on except for what's right in front of you right now. This is priority. The rest of the stuff, you can pick that back up later, or you can kind of be there when you have the time to address those other things. But front and center is this situation, handling your grief, moving through the motions in a healthy way, and showing others how they can do the same. Warrior woman on the bottom of the deck, have you answered your deepest calling? I really get that you're that bridge for yourself and for others. So this is you rising up and answering that calling, even though you don't really probably feel like you're doing much. If anything, you're just like, this is where I am. This is the situation that I've been dealt, and this is just me moving through it. But you're that icon. You are that one. You are setting the pace. Your husband's dad's in and out of hospital, not doing his highest right now. Okay. Um, so, yeah. Okay. I can see how you'll be helping others, move through these kinds of situations as well. I'm not doing a prediction on him, his life coming to an end or anything like that. But it's the cycles of life, right? So when the time comes, you will be well versed in how to help him and perhaps other family members through their grief as well. Protection, call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. I don't really get that you are needing to really focus on protection right now. This is more like you are protected as you are awakening to these deeper abilities that you have, these connections that you do have. And you might start to, if you haven't already, start to experience mediumship, spiritual mediumship, where you're contacted by those who have crossed over, or you receive messages from them because you're extra sensitive. And I really get that death and transitions are kind of your area of expertise in many lifetimes. So you bring this healing energy, like we talked about, that bottom of the deck energy, and the teaching card right behind that. You've done this many, many, many lifetimes. You've helped to be the bridge for others through situations like this, and you're doing that currently for yourself and your family members as well. But I do see you stepping through this portal into celebratory, happy, really positive things moving forward. And also that touches back on like your mom's party and partying it up over on the other side. So I really love that. There is no hindrance. There is no, of course you know this, but I've got to say it again. There's nothing like, I'm fine. See, I can move freely. I can do what I want. That's the kind of energy that's really coming through right now. So thank you so much, Linda. That was really beautiful. I appreciate you. All right. Do we have Nicole in here yet, or is she not here yet? I just want to get through the list in order of those who tipped first. So if we don't have Nicole, then we'll move on to Gina, Angela, or Anna. I know Anna's here. So Anna, I think you might actually be next, unless we've got Nicole, Gina, or Angela in the house right now. I'm going to try to shuffle these without shuffling my goddess coils off my hands. My hands are small and they're not like, they're chunky, they're not bony, so they don't hold hand jewelry on as easily as other person's hands might. If that makes sense to anybody, I don't know. I'm just a weirdo. All right. Anna, we're going to do yours next then, my dear, because I don't see any other comments from anyone else. Again, if you are just coming in and you already sent a tip, a gratuity for your reading, then just drop a comment. Let me know that you're here so I can get to you ASAP. Yes, you're here. I know you're here. All right. Let's figure out what decks we're going to be using for Miss Anna. I get the Game of Life deck right off the bat for you, Anna, so I'm going to grab that one. Yeah, blow it out. Breathe it out, Linda. That grief can get really heavy, love. You're welcome. Oh, thank you, honey. I'm so grateful for you, too. All right. The channel is heating up now, and it's not that cold outside. But I can't run my air conditioner because it makes noise. So if I throw my hair up, y'all, you know it's getting real. All right. Anna, we're going to do... Okay. Okay. Water's going to show out for you. We're going to use the healing waters. We'll clarify with the tarot. And we'll do Game of Life. Okay, water, you got to be a pain in the ass. It's the one on the bottom of the stack. So, all right, there we go. I had to mess up my whole stack to get to it. Thanks a lot, water. Water and I argue, you guys. I don't know if you know this, but she and I go rounds sometimes. Your sister saw a medium and she said my mom popped in right away. Oh, I love that, Linda. That's so beautiful. See, you know, she's there. She definitely is popping in to let you know I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. I love that. Thank you. But trust the messages that you're picking up also, Linda, because you definitely do have some psychic medium energy surrounding you right now. And it's not just right now. It's yeah, it is funny. Me and that bitch argue all the time. But yeah, it's very apparent for you right now, Linda, in your reading. So trust those messages that you receive and speak them. If you feel inclined to give someone a message, then speak it. All right. Now my throat's getting dry. Water's like, oh, you want to fight with me? I'll take the water right out your throat. 23. Thank you, Anna. She's like, oh, you want to talk shit? I'll make it to where you can't talk. See, we do this. Like, do people normally argue with their spirit guides? I think that's got to be a thing. Girl, I love this already for you. Yes, queen. Okay. You got a couple more. But we do what we need to do, right? We get the messages out. Okay. Tell me you guys also argue with your spirit team. All right. Please tell me. Or am I just the asshole? Because I'll speak up and say something like, no, this ain't right. You better fix it. All right, Anna. Okay. Girl, you already know. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords, bottom of the deck, in the reverse, my love. This is, I really get the gaslighting, manipulation, lies, untruths, or muddled truths. Like someone's trying to gaslight your ass. And the Ace of Cups right behind that in the reverse as well. So this is having to do with some kind of relationship, right? Heart connection. I know my guides got jokes, Kara. Yeah, mine do too, but I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. They make fun of me, so I'm gonna make fun of them too. It's like, what do they expect? They've known me since the before time was invented, so they should know what they signed up for when they became my guides. But Knight of Swords, this is inaccurate information being offered to you, or not being able to see situations clearly, perhaps muddled by that heart space, that beautiful, gorgeous, big, giant heart space of yours. Okay. Um, but the lack of clarity that you experienced before has you becoming more clear than ever before, because now you're realizing it, now you're recognizing it, you're showing up as Queen of Wands energy. Okay, very passionate, very bold, very sensual, sexy energy. And if any of y'all know Anna, she is immaculate, beautiful. I love her. Your energy is popping, Anna. That water is a badass bitch. She is, Linda. I love her too, but sometimes she can kick rocks. And Pele, oh my gosh, don't even get me started on that hoe. Because she been coming through. Well, I've closed out a cycle where she was needed, like she was necessary. She came forward, and it was, yeah, it was off the hook. Anyway, that Queen of Wands energy is getting you up out of this Four of Swords energy, honey. Your reading's going to go a little bit longer, just because it's necessary. But this Queen of Wands, this is you like lighting a fire under your own ass, right? This is you like snap out of it. I see it clearly now. I had to be disillusioned in order to be brought to a point of clarity. And that's what I'm getting. We don't have the Queen of Swords showing up here, but I'm getting Queen of Swords energy tied into that Queen of Wands energy, and that's helping you. And we do have the swords showing up here. So it's like you are the Queen of the Swords and the Queen of the Wands. Okay. But it's like now you have this newfound desire to really step out boldly and go for what it is that you want. Create, bring these visions of your life into tangible reality. And we've talked about this recently. Um, we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is, all of the seeds that you've sown are really starting to come to fruition. They're all starting to, you have this field of plants. They're supposed to be sunflowers, but they're not all of them, of course, are at their maturity, but there's a ton of them there. And you can see everything starting to sprout, everything to start to become surface level. And grow into its maturity. So you've got a lot of, it's like, I've got a lot of irons in the fire, or I've got a lot of different things going on, but I'm nurturing them as need be. It's like, I'm not really focused on any one seed to make sure that it's growing and to make sure that I over nurture it before it, gotcha, Kara, thank you. Before it comes to fruition. It's like, I already know, I trust, I've done this before, I can nurture this shit without putting too much effort into it. And that's exactly where you want to be, especially for manifesting these new job opportunities that are coming in for you. This could be in business. Oh, it resonates. Awesome, Anna, I love it. This opportunities abound is what I heard. It's not just in business, in finance, um, like that monetary abundance. It is that too, but it's like many different things all at once. I'm getting really excited for you. Like I'm heating up right now. Apologies and forgiveness, because you no longer hold your side of these imbalanced chords, these connections where you're over giving and you're not receiving anything in return. You realize you deserve better. And you really do. You see through the masks. It's like, yeah, I might have had to have one last go around with that opponent in order to really see every move that they make. So now if I meet another person with that kind of energy, I can see it from a mile away. I don't even have to entertain any kind of connection with them. I just see it for what it is. I know I deserve better, and I'm moving the fuck on because I got this whole field full of shit that I'm manifesting, and I'm abundant as fuck. So you don't have to worry about anything. You're not chasing down opportunities. You're not trying to show people how worthy and deserving that you are. It's just like you're in your goddess energy and you're radiating that. So you're attracting all of these amazing things to you. Smile, you will win the court case, along with keep going, you're almost there. So you're on the precipice of greatness. Birth mysteries, bottom of the deck, talking about what are you being called to create. And I know, baby, you're creating all the stuff. Okay, all the things. You're birthing these beautiful new things, these beautiful new blessings into your reality, but it's not only for your benefit, it's for the benefit of others as well, because right behind that we have planetary wave. This is going to be something that ripples out and affects people that you will never meet. You will never meet them. But yes, period, boo. Bounteous actually came out of the deck, generously given, relationships and coming together. So again, it's not all about financial abundance. It's abundance across the board. It's multiple areas. This is friendships. This is romance whenever you're ready for that again. This is 2332 mirrored number. I love it. This is you being in that bounteous energy, that abundant energy. This is your metamorphosis, baby. You've been in butterfly soup, and I know it sucks. I know it's uncomfortable. You know, you have to unbecome the structures that you once were in order to build your structure back better and be able to fly. So this is your metamorphosis. You have embraced your transformation. You're doing so beautifully. You know how to apply the guidance that you receive, and you are very in tune as well. Things are now different. It's already happening. It's already different within your life. It's like, even if you haven't noticed that many tangible circumstances being that different, it's like you can feel it. It's like the air feels different. Everything, every place that you go, it's just like, I'm experiencing this through new skin, not just like seeing it through new eyes. It's like I'm experiencing this through new skin, which is really beautiful. I love that for you. I'm not going to cry. King Tide, plenty, prosperity, and receiving the fullness of life. Again, abundance. You are the king. You are the queen. You are that bitch. Okay. You are creating abundance, not only for yourself, but for others as well. And you are touching people who you will never encounter in, you know, your physical reality, but they're going to know your name. Okay. They're going to know who you are. I love this for you. This is absolutely astonishing energy. Keep going because you're almost there. Like, it's all coming together for you. You're gonna win. You already won. It may take a little bit of earth time for all of this to really tangibilize for you, but you're already seeing the signs. You're already receiving new opportunities. You're already reaping some of that harvest. So I love that for you, Anna. Thank you, my dear. All right. If you have sent a tip and haven't received your reading yet, I haven't done it if you haven't commented and let me know you're here. So let me know you're here if you are Nicole, Gina, or Angela. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get on with Kara's reading. Little tiny fruit fly thing. Oh, thank you, Anna. I love that. So spot on. Thank you. All right. It's getting lighter in here. I can feel it. Oh, we're coming to Kara's energy. Girl, you're feeling lighter too. All right. Remember, if you are just now coming in, if you already sent a tip, let me know that you're here and I will get to your reading ASAP. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and start with Kara's reading. Oh, thank you, Anna. I love that. That was really beautiful. You'll have to update me on everything that's going on. Oh, Linda, you're a goddess too. I love you. Just cleansing the energy between readings. Okay. Miss Kara, you're getting etheric evolution and the Canvas Oracle. Water's going to stick around for you too. So no tarot for you. Not today anyway. I don't know why I'm being told to use 3 decks for y'all, but that's what it is, and that's what we're going to do, because I do what Spirit tells me to do. Even if I argue with them and I kick and scream the whole way, I end up doing it anyway. But they're going to hear about it from me. Not in this one. This one I don't mind. But, you know, in general. All right. We got a little bit of stuck energy, but that's okay. I have to let Duncan in because he's not going to stop crying at me. If you guys can't hear him, he's outside the door, like in the hall, going back and forth down the hall to see if he can get the echo just right for me to finally do what he wants. Okay, Duncan, hold on. Come on. Hi. He's such a brat. His sister is even worse. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna put the hair up. Because I'm already heating up even more, Kara, and I haven't even started pulling your cards. Y'all are gonna see the way I messy bun. Yeah, that works. It always ends up looking like a bow whenever I'm not looking in the mirror doing it. It's so weird. I don't know if any of you guys have that happen for you, but hello. Yes. We are getting through the paid ones first, and then you absolutely can get your one card. We're gonna go ahead and do these first, and then we'll get the one card ones done. So yes, you will definitely be on the list if you want to stick around. Okay, that explains it. Like that. That works. I know. Okay. That checks with what I was feeling. All right. Miss Kara. Okay. Okay. What you guys must be thinking whenever I'm having my little check-in, my psychic check-in as the cards are coming out. I just put myself in the viewer position. I was like, oh, that they're probably thinking, what the hell? I don't know what's going on here. There we go. Okay. If it ain't perfect, whatever. Y'all have seen me all kinds of different ways, so I ain't tripping. Breathe, Kara. Just breathe. Holla at you, girl. Yes. All right. Thank you, Anna. You know, I try to be authentic all the time, but I have that programming from my family. Like, my family on my maternal side is vain AF, and you'll never catch not one of them bitches going anywhere in public without their hair pristine and their makeup. Okay? You're just not gonna see that. And then, they talk shit to each other like, "Oh, sis, did you gain a little weight?" That kind of thing. Or, "Do you need to go fix your makeup?" So yeah, the backbitey ugliness of female on female negativity. Um, so yeah, I've got that. I'll work through it, but it's still part of me, and that's why y'all will probably never see me without makeup unless you book an early morning reading with me. I don't mind doing one-on-ones with you guys with no makeup on. Many of you guys have seen me with no makeup in that aspect, but not for the internets. Cannot be around vain. Yeah, it's terrible. Vanity is like, it. People who know me in my day-to-day, like, I don't care, but on the internet, that shit lasts forever, So you're not gonna catch me with no makeup posted up on the internet, but you might get some behind the scenes no makeup stuff. Okay, let me let Duncan out because he went and had a couple bites of his cat treats, and now he's ready to go back out. So let me handle that, or else he'll be meowing the whole time. Go on, son. Okay. All right, Kara. Drum roll. I know you've been waiting on the edge of your seat for this because of the way that I was confirming while I'm pulling cards. Because I felt like heaviness. I started to heat up, and it's like, I gotta blow through it, gotta, get it out, move through it. It's gonna be okay. Bottom of the deck, we have initiation. She is tied up. This is hanged man energy. This is sacrifice to gain some type of clarity, some kind of enlightenment. And sometimes we have to, like, I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but if I'm looking at something that, like, if I see a pattern or a picture or something like that, and I'll like tilt my head or like look at it upside down to see if I see anything different. I don't know if you guys do that, but I do. I'll turn my head upside down to get a different perspective on it to see what else I can see, So this is perhaps even feeling like things have been turned upside down so that you can gain some clarity from that. Unconditional love is your blueprint showing up right here. That's the one card that came out of the deck. So having to sacrifice certain things is part of the unconditional love that is your blueprint. So like the situation with your mom, that is sacrificing a part of yourself that you want to always be there and help her and do all the things, but it's like you have so much going on as it is. Had a lot of overwhelm today trying to adjust to having 3 little ones in the house now. Yeah, you've got a lot going on, right? You've got to, it's like everything's been turned upside down, but it's helping to enhance this unconditional love part of you, but also in the release of the situation with your mom. That is not you withholding love. That's not anything like that. It's because you love her unconditionally that you approach the situation in that way. So that's one example. But yes, having a bunch of kids, especially young ones, whenever you're not used to that kind of thing, can be very testing. It's not like I'm not saying that you don't like them or anything like that, but it's a lot. It's overwhelming, especially when you're not used to that. So when we're expanding past comfort zones, it's not comfortable. It feels like everything is just topsy turvy. It's flipped. We don't know what it is. We haven't really encountered this before, but it is expanding. It is expansive for you, and it is, you know, part of your journey. Um, it's part of your learning process. It is hard expansive because, like any regular person, especially if they don't have children of their own and they haven't really been around children before, um, you wouldn't expect to just have a really deep and beautiful connection. Like your brain doesn't compute that because you've never had that experience. But I do get a lot of like, not only are you teaching them, yes, but they're teaching you more about yourself and about how big your heart is by having these interactions with one another. And it's like it's growing, it's expanding your heart. You'll probably be very surprised at just how much you really deeply love and care about these children. Like they're not my own, but I love them like they're my own, is the energy that I'm getting from that. The pink dolphin came out for you. Celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and open heart, which is really that childlike energy. You know, it's playfulness, it's, and pink dolphins are rare, right? You have this rare experience that you're having right now, that you're moving through. And yes, it can be overwhelming at times. Breathe through it. Guarded shows up here: ego, pain, pride, pain, and self-preservation. This is like they're busting down the barriers. Like you have had to guard your heart, you've had to protect yourself. And through this new relationship, with your new beau, Mr. Clay, hello, Mr. Clay, if you're listening, um, this is an exercise in letting your guard down, in knowing by the feeling state, by how someone else feels, like the safety level. It's like any previous relationship that you've had, you felt the need to guard in some way. You felt like attacked in some way, but like this one is different. This one, yeah, it might still be difficult at times for you to let your guard down, but it's like you're disarmed before you even realize it. And that is a rarity with that pink dolphin showing up. That's definitely a rarity, but also for you, that's something that's rare. It's like um, you're learning through new, more pleasurable circumstances how to how and when to let your guard down and when to keep it up. So, like, not that these situations with these people, with the children or him or anything like that, are teaching you to put your guard up, quite the opposite. But in other situations where you've been less than guarded with other people, you're learning to put those boundaries up, right? You're exercising the things that you've learned, and it's kind of flip-flopped in different ways. So whereas you're putting up more boundaries with someone like your mom, you're letting down your guard with other situations, like these people that you really haven't known that long, but you love them unconditionally. You're embracing this, helping you grow when you learn these things on your own. Yeah, exactly. I love that, Kara. That's beautiful. So yeah, it's like things have flip-flopped a bit with that hangman energy, with that initiation energy. You're kind of experiencing the other side of the coin where you're learning to be more guarded or have those boundaries with like close relationships that you've had, like familial relationships where you're blood related, and then not so much with these others. It's like this is the reverse of how I've operated for all of my life. It's because of the wisdom that you've gained through all of the experiences and the work that you've put into really healing yourself and creating this beautiful life for yourself. We have ancestral wisdom with attainment of higher knowledge, old soul, and wise heart. This is, I don't know why it's saying connection lost. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, it went away. I don't know. I don't even have my Wi-Fi hooked up to my phone, so I don't know why it's doing. Okay, I don't know what's happening, y'all. Let me check. Yeah, it's my Wi-Fi isn't even on. Okay. But all of the things that you've learned along the way throughout these other relationships, throughout these other situations in your life, you've attained this wisdom. You know, not to be entertaining these lower frequencies. We've got the low vibration card showing up here. You're shedding all of that. You're making waves here. Momentum is building. It's your time and achievement. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. That was really strange. Usually I don't lose connection on my cellular data. Okay, awesome. Um, but making waves, this is that ripple effect. Your momentum is building. It's your time and achievement. Like you're achieving these amazing things. Yeah, energies be crazy right now, Holly, for sure. Um, but all of the work that you have put into the healing process to overcoming difficulties that you had in your life before, it's like everything is starting to smooth out because those seeds you've sown, those pebbles you dropped into the water, with every little bit of work, it's making the waves, it's making that ripple effect. Momentum into your new, holy shit, it's saying connection lost again. I'm going to wait for a minute until it doesn't say that. Is it like, are you guys still seeing me? Because it still says connection lost, reconnecting. Sorry to start, stop your reading, Kara, but I want to make sure that we get this all. Still see me, hear me, all of those things. Okay. It's still showing that it says, oops, connection lost, reconnecting in a banner right above me. Okay, cool. So you're learning about navigating the lower frequencies and actually rising above those. Um, all of the work that you've put in, all of that. It's like things are coming to a head right now. The momentum is building, and also it's like anxiety. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that Kara got everything and that it wasn't like start stopping. Okay, so the momentum is building, and it's like the anxiety is building because it's like you feel the gravity of it, of you feel the gravity of the momentum in which your life is moving, and it can be anxiety provoking, but breathe through it. Okay, this is past your comfort zone, so it's going to be intense, but it's going to be okay. We have Selkie coming out with come out of hiding and embrace who you really are. So embrace that beautiful, nurturing side of yourself. Embrace the new parts of you that are surfacing right now that you may not have really noticed before. Because we have autopilot here with the same experiences daily. Try something new. Which is what you're doing, right? You've come out of autopilot, the way that you have lived your life for a very long time, and it's jolting. It can be kind of disorienting a little bit, because when you're used to, even like I've said this week in the readings, when your comfort zone also involves you know negativity, or just things not really panning out, or people not really showing up to meet you at the level that you're always meeting others, um, for someone to step in and all of a sudden meet you there, and you know be an actual co-creator with you, it's jarring. It's like, can I trust this? Can I not trust this? I get like kind of a little bit of back and forth, like, is this the way that things are going, or is there going to be like the other shoe dropping? So it is kind of overwhelming. It's kind of like things are going really well, so when is something going to come in and change? Having thoughts about these children possibly being my 3 kids that passed away in my previous life. I didn't say that out loud because I didn't really like want to put you on blast there, but I'm going to confirm um I was trying to imply that without really highlighting that. So I'm glad that you did. So yeah. Yes. So this is that gentle force that you needed. We have consistency, persistence, patience, and the long game. Okay. This is and rainbow right behind that, sweet relief, new beginnings, and a new way forward. So enjoy the energy, get playful with it. It's going to feel overwhelming at times because, yes, you are healing still, not only this life stuff, but past life stuff as well. Okay. So just know that, yeah, you might feel like everything's upside down. Sometimes you might feel overwhelmed at times, but you are healing multidimensionally at this time. So you're going to feel overwhelmed. This is outside your comfort zone. Things have really been flipped on their head. So just know that everything is going as intended. Okay. And yeah, it might be a little bit difficult for you to really feel like you've gained your footing. But that's because the gravity of it is so intense, because you're doing still so much healing, but also you're this new life is coming to fruition that you've already dropped the seeds for it before, and you've tended them, and you've just continued to move along your path and do what you're called to do. So it's like now everything is starting to come to fruition, and sometimes it may look like it's like all happening at once, which can be overwhelming, right? So it is a lot. Yeah, and you're working through it. You're doing beautifully. So yeah, just know that everything is going according to plan. You're healing, you're doing a lot, and life is getting good for you. So accept it, be open to it, because, and I know you are, I know you are, but it's a really beautiful thing happening for you, and it's only going to keep getting better. So it'll be overwhelming at times, but this is exactly what you asked for, and this is exactly what you planned for. So that's beautiful. Thank you, Kara. All right. Do we have Nicole, Gina, or Angela in the house yet? Let me know. Let me know. And if not, then we'll get to the free one cards. And then at the end, I will go ahead and do Nicole's, Gina's, and Angela's and timestamp them for them. You're so welcome. Thank you. I love you. And I'm so happy for you. I genuinely am. You deserve all of this and then some. Okay. So beautiful. Just kind of, make light of it. Be lighthearted, play. Let the kids teach you how to be a little kid again. Make potions. Brew some old man's beard or something. Girl, you know what to do. All right. Nicole, Gina, or Angela, are you in the house? If so, drop a comment. And if you are dropping comments, I haven't seen them because I haven't seen not one of you ladies in here yet. So try to, if your comments aren't showing up and you tipped for a reading, send me a Facebook message. It'll come across my screen as a banner because I didn't silence my notifications. I didn't do my do not disturb. So I will see that come through. Because I don't know what's up with YouTube, but it doesn't show everyone's comments. And also, if you guys leave a comment on one of my videos, sometimes I'll be able to heart react to it, but more often than not, YouTube will not let me reply to the comments. I have no idea what YouTube's problem is, but they do it. All right, I'm going to take off my goddess coils because I'm sick of fidgeting with them, honestly. It's cool for doing a regular live, but whenever I've got to shuffle so much and pull so many cards, they slip off. Got to go to bed. Holly, I love you. Do you want to do a quick one card for you before you go to bed? Do you have time for that, or are you going to hop off right now? I'm going to pull you a Cannabis Oracle card real quick. Okay. Holly, you got called out. Got to go to bed completely wiped out. Aw. Take care, Holly. We love you. You got create with the Hermetic card. So exactly what you're doing. Okay. You are kind of out of commission right now while your leg is healing, but you're being pushed into that creative energy as a way to pass the time, as a way to keep yourself engaged, keep yourself, doing something. So I already got you, Holly. Create. Okay. Hermetic. So just continue doing what you're doing, baby. Even though you might be on your ass right now, you're actually put in that position, as we talked about, for a reason, and you're meant to tap into more of that creative juice that you have so much of. So we love you, Holly. Sweet dreams. We'll see you soon. Okay. All right. One card readings. Let me know if you would like one card, and we will get one pulled for you. Okay. Just going to shuffle these in the meantime. Let me know if you want a free one card reading. I'm going to check and make sure. I love you, Holly. Okay. I just had to check my banners and see. Sue. Okay. Val. Val wants a one card reading. You still have. Oop. Girl, you got 3. We just go with the flow. Baby, I got time. Oh, I love this. Miss Val. Of course, you can't just have one card come out for your one card reading. And I was trying to let you know before all of this took over my my focus that you still have one prepaid, pre-recorded one. I didn't forget about that. Hopefully you didn't either. So not saying you need to rush to have me do it, but I just want you to know you still have one in the bank and I didn't forget. Okay. So bottom of the deck for you, Miss Val is Isle of Avalon healing, returning to wholeness and transformation. You have been in this period of healing. You've been in this period of transformation. A lot has been changing for you. And you've been healing. You've been really working on, unhealed wounds from the past, not just from this life, but from others. We have the Healing Lagoon that came out for you. And this is the first card that jumped out before the other two followed it. Rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal, and it's safe to stop. So I want you to really focus on nurturing yourself at this time, okay? I want you to be patient with yourself as well, because you're still going to have like um, old thoughts tied to old programming, trauma programming that are going to surface for you. Okay. Um, we're in this year of the snake, right? The wood snake, that we're shedding all of these old skins of the things that aren't us anymore, the things that don't serve us anymore. Everything's getting itchy and tight, and we've got to break free. We got to, shed that skin so that we can move forward. And when snakes shed their skin, they're always continuing in that forward momentum. I've had pet snakes like many times in my life. So, and I always was, as a kid, I was fascinated watching our snakes shed their skin. It was like the coolest thing to me. I would go back and like check constantly to see if they were completely shedding. And most of the time it does come off in one piece. Sometimes there will be like some lingering little scales on their face or on their lips or whatever that, kind of crumble off later on, but most of the skin sheds intact as one. Um, Anyways, with that forward momentum, they will kind of like rub against rocks or sticks or whatever they can to help, get the skin off. So there's some effort in shedding, and I'm getting that it has required a bit more effort for you to be able to release those things, to let go of some of those traumas or some of those old thoughts, the looping thoughts tied to the old trauma programs that you are still working on shedding, working on healing, but it's like you've overcome kind of the brunt of the work, right? The more of the totality of it, I guess. So you're in this residual energy. You're going to have things show up because that's how residual energy works. I know you know this. But there will be kind of some hiccups and some little speed bumps and things that arise. Most of it I feel is going to be mental though, tied to that programming. It's all here. And I'm not saying it's all in your head or you're crazy or anything like that. Absolutely not. Um, I don't want anyone that might be watching like the replay or someone new watching that might be like, what did she just say to her? That is not what I said to her. But I do get, that it's going to take some intentional reprogramming for you to overcome the remainder of this energy. And that's what you are focused on healing right now. I mean, you've got two cards right off the bat of healing. And then we have the sacred well that shows up right center of your reading: replenishment, self-care, and giving from a space of plenty. Also, I'd like to bring to your attention that she is focusing on womb and heart healing here. Okay, womb and heart healing. I know I've told you about the womb healing before, cleansing healing. Um, and that is important for your creations moving forward, for birthing these new things moving forward. And yes, you will be birthing new creation. So I want you to really focus on yourself, on healing yourself, on really loving yourself up, giving yourself pep talks, telling yourself how beautiful you are in the mirror, telling yourself you've got that beautiful glow. Just really pouring into yourself. This is a part of your healing process. And I'm feeling like an ache in the heart space here. So breathe through it. Focus on womb and on heart healing. You can place your hands over both spaces and breathe into those spaces. Okay. So draw in that golden light from source in through your crown and breathe it in. And I want you to focus on breathing it into the heart space and in the womb space. Okay. And make sure that you're grounding, you're anchoring, you're seeing those roots come from your root chakra down into Gaia. and allowing this golden light to fill you up, to cleanse you, and to push all of that that needs carried away, needs healed, needs transmuted down through your root chakra and into Mama Gaia. But giving from a space of plenty, it's like you're going to have more than plenty to be happy about, to be excited about, because you are in the midst of creating for the new chapter that you're walking into very soon. Okay, so we also have End Call showing up as your last card, which is Healer, Seer, Priest, Priestess, etc., and Soul Purpose. Okay, End Call is being born. End Call is someone who is born with the bag of waters intact. And when someone is born with the bag of waters intact, that always indicates that that is someone who can see through the veil naturally. Okay. Someone with very naturally heightened psychic senses. I don't know if you were born in call, you might have been. Um, but this is very much talking about birthing, creation, and seeing, feeling like seeing it ahead of time. Okay, you could be having dreams of birthing something into creation. You could be having like just the sensation of something big is coming, some like heightened excitement, things like that. But you really need to cleanse the heart and the womb to make room for what is to come. Okay, don't have any worries, don't have any fears or doubts or anything like that. And I know it's easier said than done, but I want you to try to cleanse that. And that's part of what I want you to push down into Gaia, to release and let go. Okay. Otherwise, this is looking beautiful. You're birthing new creations into this world, and it's going to be something to celebrate. All right. I love you. Oh, waterfall, inner power, unbridled confidence, and claiming your place. So claim it. It's yours, baby. Okay. It's going to cascade like a waterfall. So I love you. I hope that resonated for you. I love you, Val. All right. Anybody else that is here that would like a free 1-card reading? And if your name is Nicole, Gina, or Angela, and you're in here now, let me know. Otherwise, I will timestamp you and message you with your timestamp so that you don't miss your reading. And you don't have to watch the whole thing in order to get it either. We love you, Val. Val, aka Sue. So if you guys wonder who I'm talking about when Sue's in the house and I'm calling her Val, that's why. All right. Culture Envy. Suzanne, you're here. Yay. Okay. You're so welcome, Val. I love you. We're going to do Culture Envy first, and then we'll do Suzanne next. All right. We're going to do shamanic healing for you, Culture Envy. Late to the party. That's all right, girl. That's okay. I'm always late too. Just ask anybody that knows me. I'm always late. I'm on divine time, okay? And so are you. So don't even trip on it. You're so welcome. I love you. All right. So for you, Culture Envy, we have teaching. This is the teaching card, and it's card number 14. New beginnings, solid foundations, and change, because 1 + 4 is 5. 5 is the number of change. You may have some upheavals take place, and this is why the teaching card has come up for you, is because you're learning from these experiences, and you're also going to hand down wisdom to others through these experiences, through the duality that you experience. The duality card showing up on the bottom of the deck. In a case study with numerology peeps. That's awesome, Suzanne. Okay. Oh, sorry. I thought I had a... Okay. It was a different kind of notification. But we have the duality card showing up here for you. And it, we have to have dark with the light, light with the dark in order to gain contrast for, um, for learning and for also really fine tuning what it is that we want to create. Thanks. Have to up my healing so I can help my roommate heal, toxic roommate. Okay. Um, so you've gone through healing through your own toxicity, right? We all come in with traumas, toxicity, those kinds of things. And when we're intentionally focusing on those things for healing, um, we gain understanding, we gain more wisdom. You have to be wise in order to even see that you need to focus on something in your life for healing, right? You have to be pretty self aware in order to even recognize, hey, I'm kind of the problem here. So I'm going to heal all of these aspects of myself so that I can do life better. Right. So, with your own experience with healing through your own shadows, you can help others to heal, but don't get so invested, okay, and that you feel the need to do that. Okay. You need to make sure that you maintain boundaries, energetic boundaries for yourself, but also for the good of the other person, in this case, your roommate. Um, because so many of us who are more spiritually inclined tend to want to be Captain Save-A-Ho, right? Trust me, I know I still do it. Like, I still overgive, or I'll lower boundaries that shouldn't really be lowered because I have a giving heart, because I want to help others heal, because I know what it's like to be unhealed and traumatized and not know what to do with that. So I want to be able to show others how they can do that themselves as well. But not everybody is at a place where they're willing to do the work. So it becomes like you're the crutch for them to avoid and bypass doing the shadow work, so that you're basically doing the work for them. But you can't. You can't do the work for them. This is their path, their life. They're going to have to do the work, and they're going to have to gain the experience for themselves. Otherwise, it's not going to take, it's not going to stick. Um, Not trying to impose your process on her, just trying to keep your side clean. Yes, that's perfect. That is wisdom, right? And that's why you have the teaching card out here. So make sure that you are grounded in your own frequency, while you are, because you are balancing light and shadow. And it's like the light in you is helping to heal the shadow in them. And, probably vice versa at times. When we are in a student teacher relationship with anyone, and it could be any kind of student teacher relationship, not just like the institutionalized type of education thing, right? Whenever we're in this, I've done some shadow work so I can teach you how to do it, and but also they're teaching us certain aspects. They'll help us level up in our understanding that we've already gained through our own experience by seeing their experience as well. We might get like bonus gifts from it, like, oh, I didn't see it from that perspective whenever I was in it, but now that this person is in it and I'm kind of detached, I can see the deeper lessons there as well. So we're always having this kind of exchange, but whenever it gets to the point where you're giving more than you're receiving in return, that's when you know to put those boundaries up. So just keep in mind that you need to try to maintain some sort of boundary, energetic boundary. Do your spiritual hygiene, right? Cut cords if you feel the need to cut cords with them, and it's not going to completely put out the connection or throw something off between you guys. Your living situation, like you live together, you wouldn't want to mess that up. I get it. It's not going to mess that up. It's just going to rebalance the amount of energy that's being exchanged between you. So if you feel like there is, some kind of imbalance, then you can cut the cord, do your spiritual protections, your cleansing, and, try to keep that boundary up if it does end up getting out of balance. But I really see this being very beneficial for the both of you to learn your lessons and to heal certain shadows within yourselves. So, great books on boundaries by Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. It's called Boundaries. I love that. Thank you for that information, Suzanne. That's really helpful. So yeah, just know that you're going to experience some contrast. You're probably going to have some things triggered within yourself as well, but this is all for the learning process and the healing process for the both of you. So at this time, I do see it as an even exchange. But make sure that you're monitoring that one. That will be part of your lesson in this situation, is making sure that you're maintaining that balance moving through it. All right, Miss Suzanne, let me see what I think we need some feminine wisdom up in here. All right, Suzanne. Girl, you had a beautiful vacation. I'm so glad that you had a beautiful time for your birthday. So well deserved. Definitely. And Zeus, what a lucky dog. You're welcome, my dear. But those pictures, gorgeous. I have been missing the ocean. I haven't been to the ocean in over 5 years now. And I grew up on the ocean, like every weekend. I've told you guys before, like my whole childhood growing up, my grandparents had a timeshare over there. Before they had a timeshare, they were just, going and taking the Winnebago and parking it on the side of the road by like right off the rocks, right next to the ocean, when that was still something that you could do for free. So we were always at the beach every weekend. My grandparents were like, we're packing up, we're going to the beach. And they had us every weekend because our mom was neglectful and abusive. Won the dog lottery when you adopted him. Yes, he did. He sure did. But so did you. You won the doggy lottery when you got him. I love min pins. I just adore them. I will have another one. Aurora, she was advertised as a min pin on the adoption site that I got her from, and she is not. She's like a Cheweagle or something. She's so big. But I love her, but min pins are fun, and she doesn't have that min pin persona. You know what I mean? She's super lazy, likes to eat and sleep. But yeah, my min pins, I just loved them. So my bestest girl was a min pin, Akira. Okay. Miss Suzanne. Girl, you had 3 cards that came out. I know this is supposed to be 1 card, but the messages, whatever. I don't say no. First card out for you is home, safe haven, comfort zone. This is, he's stubborn when he wants to be. Yeah, when he wants what he wants. Definitely. That's a min pin attitude, but they're so amazing. And they're really good mousers. My sister, side story. I took Akira out to my sister's house one time, and she lives out in the middle of nowhere in California. The place that I lived in before I moved here, it's called Cal Valley, and it's like population 500, I swear. But that year they had a really, really bad field mouse problem. Like they were like, you could see the fields like moving because there were so many field mice. So I just went out there to visit her, and I took Akira with me, and Akira would go, like, every time she saw one or smelled one of their little dens in the ground, she would go over there and she would kill him immediately. And my sister was like, can I keep her for a couple of months? I was like, hell no. No, you're not going to keep my baby, but we'll come visit. There you are, Angela. That's okay. I haven't done yours yet because I was waiting to see if you guys. There's a few of you that haven't come in yet, but yeah. So I'll do yours right after Suzanne's. He chases the gecko. I love that. So yeah, I've just been stating throughout the live that if one of you, Nicole, Gina, or Angela, shows up, then drop a comment, let me know, and I'll get to you ASAP. So after I finish these cards for Suzanne, we'll get to yours, Miss Angela. And then if Gina and Nicole don't show up by the time we finish with Angela's, then I will go ahead and do their reading as well and get the timestamp, and then I will message that to you so you guys don't have to watch the entire live to get your portion of the reading. So yes, Angela, you're perfectly on time, my dear. Don't worry about it. So home, safe haven, comfort zone. This is you coming back like more into yourself. And I know you really are someone who knows who you are and you shine authentically no matter what. But it's just like even deeper sense of belonging in your own skin. And I know you're not someone who is insecure or doesn't feel at home in their own skin. It's just like you're sinking deeper into that feeling. And I love that. It's beautiful. Field my situation happened over here, they would have been food. I wouldn't want to eat a mouse. They were dog food. Oh my gosh, Val. We have patience showing up right in the center of these three cards that came out for you, waiting for calmness. And I think this is what you've been waiting for, is coming home to yourself in such a way that you feel this extreme calm, this extreme like, oh, I'm here, I made it. Like this is what I've been, focused on. This is what I've been healing. This, and that's card number 13, card of the divine feminine, might I add. And it's right in the center of your reading. It's like coming home to your femininity, coming home to this sense of just, I made it. Like I belong here and I made it. And any kind of residual energy of, did I make a mistake in the past, or did I take a different route? None of that matters now, because it's like all of the paths lead home, right? And it's like the many paths that you've taken are converging into this feeling of like oneness within yourself and oneness with the universe, with your higher self, with source, whatever it is. It's like a complete sense of well-being, and it's like being enveloped, like being held, being like, it's like, how can I say this? It's like life is embracing you. I don't want to sound cliche, but that's just the sense that I'm getting. It's like I finally arrived. Like I never had to chase this feeling. It was always here. I'm just recognizing more than ever before that I'm already there. And I love that. And we have the success card, accomplishment of one's goals. So that is even more beautiful. Also, card number 33, master number 33, ascended masters. This is mastery over your life and feeling completely supported. Like I am on my divine path. I'm doing exactly what I want to do with my life, with my time. Like, I don't know. It's just like being so comfortable in your own authenticity that it's like you're not even manifesting negativity around you. You've just arrived at this. It's like feeling blissed out, feeling like you are in that source energy here in this realm, in the 3D earth realm. It's absolutely stunning. And it's not surprising because I told you you're the light. And like our first reading ever, I believe, is whenever I told you, like, you are source light. And that's why your company, like what you do for work, is about lighting up people's lives, literally with with light. Whoa, hello. Excuse you, lady. Lyra, she just had to make her presence known really quick and shock the shit out of me. So it might just arrive out of nowhere faster than you expected, like out of left field. That's exactly where you are. Ooh, I love it. It's beautiful. And we have sisterhood, community, and strong connections. So this is feeling completely supported, embraced. And that's card number 1, new beginnings. It's like, this is, you've arrived. You've worked so hard to, and it's not, at the same time, it's like effortless because you listen to the guidance, but you've done all the things. You've, over the years, you've done all of this work, and you've worked so hard, but also at the same time, it's been effortless. Whenever you look back on it, it's like, I've been and done exactly what I was meant to do and what I was meant to be at every point. So it's like really feeling this overwhelming sense of gratitude. And I love that for you. Also probably being supported by other feminine energies. Doesn't necessarily mean just women, you know what I mean? But it's being held and supported and revered by communities, like by this sisterhood. And I don't know, it's like, are you, I don't know, I just get like, I see you being a speaker, like publicly speaking. It could be to small groups, it could be to large groups. I don't know, but I don't know if you're going to be doing teaching, um, like a speaker at a retreat or something. You may not be involved or planning this just yet, but this is what I'm seeing for you. So this could be something you're already into, like already moving in that direction, or it could be something where you're pulled like suddenly, just like Lyra jumped up here out of nowhere and then just, you know, kind of crossed by. I don't know. It sudden, and I'm like, there's shooting stars on this card too. So I don't know. I'm getting like sudden going to live with my numerology teacher. Okay. I mean, there. That makes sense. Okay. And I don't know if this was sudden or if you're going to be thrust suddenly into like a teaching or speaking aspect with regard to that. I'm not sure exactly. But that's what I'm getting. That's what's coming through. So, and it's new beginning energy all over it. So I love that, Suzanne. That's awesome. Thank you for confirming that. Um, so yeah, everything is just, it's getting more and more beautiful for you. And it's like, this is what I'm supposed to do. This, going live on podcast. Awesome. That's so amazing. I love it. Congratulations, Suzanne. So yes, you will be speaking. You will be in the community aspect, and I get it. That makes sense. Thank you for validating that. I love that for you, Suzanne. Thank you. All right, Miss Angela, we're going to get to your reading now, my dear. And then after Angela, we'll do Nicole's and Gina's, and then I will let everyone get back to their evening, and then I'll rest my voice because it's not used to speaking for so long anymore since I stopped doing the podcast 6 days a week for the last several months. It's like my voice lost its strength, its oomph. Okay. Miss Angela, let me see. I'm getting moon. We're going to do some Moonology Oracle for you. We're going to do... where did it go? There it is. Okay. Oop. Okay, cards. Don't cooperate with me. Okay, Moonology. We're going to do some tarot, and I'm getting some Game of Life for you. So my Game of Life deck is like kind of blunt how I feel about it. Worked hard on my 30 weeks of classes and learned so much. Yes. Girl, I know it's been a while since you've been in that class, and that's amazing. You put in a lot of work, but also effortless, right? It came very easily for you. So that makes sense. Okay. All right, Miss Angela, we're going to go ahead and pull you some cards now, my darling. That makes sense. I just like, and I do that between readings, like clear the energy and like breathe it out, but I'll tell you why it makes sense here in a minute. Okay. Okay. right, honey. I'm getting like weight of the world type of energy or the weight of others' opinions. Okay. Sorry, I always wear lip balm. And whenever I talk a lot, it's like, you know, it like gathers just like lipstick. And I can't stand that feeling, so I have to wipe it off and then reapply. Okay. All right, Miss Angela, my love. We are okay. So first of all, we're going to start out like this, okay? Queen of Swords, you are seeing things clearly. This is you looking at situations and balancing the scales, because Queen of Swords, this is air energy, very much a card of Libra, and I'm getting the scales of justice, you know? And I'm getting the sense that, and justice is blind, or whatever that saying is just came to mind, and this owl right here has her eyes closed. Okay, so it's like seeing through the facade, seeing through excuses. Nine of Pentacles right behind her, bottom of the deck, and then the Judgment card right behind that on the bottom of the deck as well. So this is you being solid, secure, looking good. That Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. That's having everything that you need, right? And being abundant and looking good while you're doing it. Judgment, it's the card of calling you out of your previous life, out of old cycles and into the new. um uh I'm getting, because the trumpets, you know, calling them out of the old life into the new, usually on the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it is people being called out of their coffins, out of their physical vessels, and, you know, taken to spirit. This is going from something more heavy, more dense, into more ethereal, more light situations, more of a light energy. There is a decision that you're weighing right now. Two of Pentacles here, tangible things that you're weighing back and forth. Again, those scales, that, you know, crossroads kind of energy. You are being brought to a space where you will need to make a decision, with that Queen of Swords and the Judgment card both coming out together. And it has to do with King of Cups energy. This is showing up in the reverse as well. So this could be a situation or a relationship, or it's with a masculine energy. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a male per se. Okay, you know that my cards aren't gender specific. This is a masculine energy, but this is I'm hearing emotional insecurity. This could also be like your own masculine you're working on balancing, right? But I'm getting emotional insecurity. It could also be you're dealing with someone that has a lack of emotional awareness, probably with themselves and with others. The Hanged Man is also showing up in the reverse. So this is like you became enlightened. You've seen through it. You've gained clarity. And that Queen of Swords showing up on the bottom of the deck, first card, is definitely, you know, establishing that fact that you're seeing things clearly. So trust what you're seeing. Trust the signs, trust the intuition, the intuitive hits, the impressions, the energetic impressions that you're getting from others. Fool 2.0 on the bottom of the deck, also in the reverse. It's like, no, Like, we're not doing this. This can't go on. This, we can't invest in this. We can't act on this. This is, we already see things for what they are, and we're choosing for our own highest good not to invest there. Again, this could be you with those um, imbalanced emotions, perhaps with your wounded masculine energy, and you're deciding not to go down that spiral anymore. You're choosing to focus on healing and being present with those things without being sucked down. We have protect your ideas and energies. So, um, spiritual hygiene, protection, shielding yourself, grounding yourself right now is really important. Spiritual protection also showing up right next to that. So you've got a ton of protection showing up for you. Okay. I want you to know that you are protected, and you are protected by your feminine. Okay. Your feminine is the one wielding the sword here. And it's mama bear energy. Okay. You are protected, but you also need to be aware, and you have free will. So you need to be aware of the energies that you're investing in, the energies that you're entertaining. Okay. We have stay authentic on the bottom of the deck. Stay in your authenticity. You know what is right for you and what is not. Okay. Do not bend yourself. Do not dim yourself for others who don't see your light, because if they can't see your light, that means they're a much lower frequency than you are, and they're not able to see it for that reason. They need to do their own healing work. They need to, you know, um, you can't do the work for everybody. And I said this to someone earlier. I can't remember exactly which one, because they're, I get lost in the channel. But it doesn't mean you need to lower your frequency to meet them there. Okay. We're done doing that. We're not doing that anymore. What do you need to release came out of the Moonology Oracle with the waning moon. So this is also a card of winter, right? More darkness than there is light, more nighttime than there is daytime. So you could be navigating some shadows right now. You could be feeling a bit left out in the cold right now as well, because I'm getting the temperature, the snow, the cold is playing into this. But also, whenever it snows, I don't know if you live anywhere where it snows, or if you've visited anywhere where it's, snowed a lot, but when you get that snowfall, when everything's covered with snow, snow absorbs frequency and vibration. It absorbs sound. Okay. So on days where everything is blanketed with snow, it's like you can hear a pin drop, because it it just absorbs all of the noise in the environment, and you can hear, everything's more crisp, more clear, like you can hear things. I don't know if your spiritual hearing is really active lately, or if they're trying to like scream at you to start listening to that your spiritual hearing, your clairaudience. But it's like, what you need to release. You might be a little hesitant on doing that, but in order to love yourself, nurture yourself, protect yourself, there are certain things that you'll need to release. Okay. These could be situations, these could be people, this could be old programming, traumas and things like that that may be triggered right now, that are surfacing, that have got your emotions kind of all out of whack. Okay. Only you know exactly your situation. So, that's your call. On the bottom of the deck, we have take time to breathe out with the disseminating moon. And that's whenever I was shuffling and pulling the cards, I kept feeling the need to take deep breaths. And I do that in between the readings when they're in succession like this, but also, when something is heavy, whenever I'm walking into some heavier energy that I'll be reading. So take time to exhale. Okay. You just need to, it's like, you can't continue to hold your breath. You need oxygen. Okay. So when we are faced with a situation that we have to let go of something that we cling to or that we've clung to for so long. And now it's like we know that we need to release it. And we're at that point and we may or may not be willing and ready to release it. But it's like we're holding our breath because it's very impactful. It's something that we've deeply cared about and deeply invested ourselves in for so long that it's really difficult to really, be able to finally let that go. So just breathe through it, and figure out what it is that you need to release for your own highest good, for your own mental and emotional and spiritual health. Okay. Prosperity lies ahead with new moon in Taurus right behind that, and expect powerful change with the new moon eclipse. So, yes, things are being eclipsed out of your life, but new chapters, new phases, new opportunities are coming in for you. And that Taurus moon right there, baby, that Taurus new moon, prosperity. Taurus is the sign of luxury, of prosperity, of abundance, of success. Cows are revered for abundance, across many cultures and across thousands and thousands of years. So you have steady abundance, solid foundations that you're moving into, but first you're going to have things shaken up, and you're going to have to say goodbye to a few things. You're going to have to sacrifice a few things for this to come in. But I do feel like you've already started to let go of or sacrifice some old things to welcome in the new. I do feel like that's going to continue for you for a little bit, but your energy ripples and you inspire others. So continue to do what is for your own highest good and keep moving forward, and don't look back, because you have beautiful new blessings and abundance coming in, and it's yours because you are authentic. You're staying authentic to yourself, to who you are and what you know for a fact that you deserve, and you're not accepting any less than that moving forward. So I absolutely love that for you, Miss Angela. Thank you so much, and I hope that resonated for you, my darling. And we're going to go ahead and move into Nicole's and then Gina's reading. And I'll timestamp those and message them with that information if you ladies still are not in here. Thank you guys for sticking around. I love all of you. Okay, shuffle these. All right, Miss Nicole. I'm going to use the deck that Nicole actually gifted me for my birthday this year, the Cannabis Oracle. You're so welcome, Miss Angela. I love you. Thank you. All right, get these shuffled out, and then I'll figure out what other decks we're going to use for Miss Nicole.
No.
Yes, my love.
Can you treat to my owie? He was on the trampoline, and he had burnt myself.
Owie, on the mat. Go wash it with some cold water. Okay, and I'll get you Holly's stuff to put on it with a Band-Aid, okay? Can you shut my door? Wash it with cold water, honey. He got a burn on the top of his foot from the trampoline mat, that, the thing that you jump on. I don't know if you guys have gotten a trampoline burn, but I have before, and it hurts. So I'm going to grab him some of Holly's miracle gel salve stuff that she made and a Band-Aid. I'll be right back with you. You guys can probably hear me wrestling around for Band-Aids in here. I have a giant box of assorted sizes of Band-Aids for my children, and trust me, they use them every day. hard to keep band-aids in this house, even though I buy them in bulk. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay. We're going to use the Cannabis Oracle that Nicole got me for my birthday and Etheric Evolution. So we'll say 150 for Nicole. All right, my love. Our beautiful Nicole. What does Nicole need to know? He is a trooper. Thank you, Suzanne. Big hugs. He's my big baby. That was Lucian. But yeah, he's my Leo. He's loud about everything, so I'm surprised that he came in so composed, probably because he knows that I'm working. He is also respectful, so I love that. All right, baby, right here on my desk. Here, take that and doctor up your foot with it, okay?
Okay.
Just put that on your owie and then put the band-aids over it.
Okay.
But take it in there. I'm still working. Thank you. Love you. Okay. All right, Nicole. Oh, there you go. Okay. I'm feeling the heaviness, my dear. Okay. Okay. We need to break up some of this heavy energy, Nicole. I want you to do that for yourself too. You could be clapping your hands. You can scan. You need to use your hands though, because you're a healer, and you need to, like, you can scan down your body. Focus on the womb space too, womb space and heart space. You are never alone, okay? But you do have a lot of energy showing up here, indicating that you feel like you're facing certain things alone. Bottom of the deck with the etheric evolution, we have stranded, feeling alone, stuck, or abandoned. You could be definitely having abandonment issues showing up for you right now, things being triggered, or just feeling like you're misunderstood by people that are close to you, or perhaps that, you know, they're not really putting in the effort. It feels like I know your great big beautiful heart, and I know you put like 150% of your love, energy, and effort into everything that you do, and to feel like that's not reciprocated, you can feel like you are really, really alone. Thank you, baby. Go rest, okay? um and my voice is starting to shake right now. It's like there's a heaviness, like everything's on my shoulders. Why does everything fall on my shoulders? Why do I feel like I have to be the strong one? Why do I feel like I have to be the one um, to handle it, or the only one that is competent enough to handle things mentally, emotionally, even like in the physical, like having to go and do all the things, having to be the one that always shows up because, you know, who else is gonna? And it's like people, you don't really feel right now like many people are showing up for you in the way that you would show up for them. um, this doesn't necessarily feel like it's tied to one single person. It does feel like there are multiple situations where you're just feeling like, why aren't they pouring into me? I pour into them all the time. You're really starting to have this heightened awareness of just how much you put in versus how much you're receiving in return. We do have higher perspective, 5D mastery, and expanded consciousness right behind that card. Also, bottom of the deck energy. So, this is happening for a reason so that you can garner higher lessons, so you can um, see things from an energetic or spiritual perspective so that you can bring a level of inner standing to that. It's like things need to click in here, mostly right here. Okay. And I'm getting like hiccup or like there's blockage here and there's blockage here. These are tied together. If one is impacted, the other's going to. Usually with the chakras, that's how it goes. Like if there's a strong blockage or something in one of your chakras, the next one is going to also be impacted. You need to speak up for yourself. We have limbo also bottom of the deck, with uncertain, lost, and in between realities. A lot of us are in this in between stage right now. This butterfly soup, you've heard me talk about it before, you already know this, but the contrast, the shadow is what brings us to be able to reach these heights, you know, these high vibrations, love, compassion, forgiveness, and oneness, and status upgrade right behind that. Like you're going, it's like you're in the birth canal and you're feeling the squeeze right now, but whenever you come out on the other side, you can finally breathe, right? We have twin flame showing up here with eternal love and same heart. This is very much giving me balance energy, like, and the counterpart energy. Sometimes our counterpart acts like a counterweight, okay? They weigh us down in certain areas so that we can excel, so we can catapult ourselves forward. So they will expose our shadows. They will, you know, trigger us in certain ways, never intentionally or maliciously, okay? And that's the one thing that the twin flame community gets wrong. And that's why you know, y'all know that I really don't like that label and I really don't like that card. But you know, here it is showing up, and this is happening. Like this card, those, you know, the yin and the yang, they're made of fire. One is the blue flame, one is the orange or red flame, whatever you want to call it. But they're they're the same thing, they're just different colors, right? They're the same energy, just different expressions of it. And one is more light, one is more dark, one is, you know, the shadow. And with the yin yang, there's light and the dark. That's where the little circles come in, right? Um, is we all have that light in the dark and the dark in the light. So I'm getting from this that you're receiving a lot of contrast right now, and um, this is helping you to reach a breakthrough where you, just like the, you know, being in the birth canal and then you're finally pushed out of it, and it's a tight squeeze and it's dark and it sucks and it's scary, but whenever you get out on the other end, you see the light, you can breathe, you can, you know, you can scream, you can exercise that throat chakra. Oftentimes that's the first thing that a baby does if it doesn't need any kind of assistance, is opening its lungs and crying. And that's good exercise, you know, crying exercises and expands the lungs. So I do feel like you're going through some triggering energy right now, some like you're in this tight squeeze for a reason, because on the other side of it is an offer, is an opportunity, is a beautiful thing coming. We have offer with date, engagement, and wedding. This could be quite literal for you, or this just means that the contrast that you're experiencing right now is bringing you to these beautiful, fulfilling opportunities that are going to help you to feel fulfilled and full of love and hope and passion and, you know, all of the feel good emotions. But first you're experiencing that squeeze, you're experiencing some lack in order to fully appreciate whenever you come out on the other side of it. We have peace on the bottom of the deck over here with the cannabis oracle that you got me for my birthday. I love you, thank you. This is peace with yourself. See, she's looking at her reflection. She's feeling at peace. Her cat's there, just watching her do her thing. They're just, you know, vibing. she's looking good. She's making sure that she's taking care of herself, making herself feel like she looks even better. And that's stepping into that beautiful goddess energy. Nana Baruku with essence right behind that is, you know, when we are going through tight squeezes, when we're going through difficulty in our lives, that's where our true essence shines. That's where, the truth of who we are pushes through. It's, whenever we don't feel like we can really continue on this path, that's when, our higher self really comes out to express themselves and get us over that last hump and into that new path. And a lot of the times it's because we don't really want to embark on a new path. We're kind of tied to old experiences or the old path. And, being on that, like, kind of riding the line there, straddling that line, it's a difficult space to be. And it's like the old is kind of leaving, the new hasn't really come in yet, and we're just very uncertain of ourselves, of the direction that we're going, of our life in general. But this is helping you to step into your autonomy. This is you stepping into your sovereignty. This is the Chariot card, in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. You're experiencing the light and dark. You've got the light here and the shadow right here. But it's contrast to help you to step into your full sovereignty in some way or another. It's definitely tied to legacy, things that you're healing, bloodline stuff, past life stuff, present life stuff. This is you, this is the legacy that you're leaving behind because you've done the hard work, because you've been through the tough cycles and you persisted and you continued to be that beautiful big heart that you are, and just shine your way through it even when you feel like you're, you know dingy and like a crusty lens of what you could be. It's like, I don't feel like I'm shining my light, I feel like I'm shorting out. You're still shining. Those around you can see it, but you don't really feel that for yourself right now. But you feel like grungy, you feel like, oh, I'm like dull and like, I don't know, it's that's why they said clean your energy. Okay, do that cleansing of your energy. And if you need help, let me know. We have creation solo with solo magic, because you're not feeling supported and you're still moving through, you're still pushing through. This is you creating beauty solo. Yes, we're meant to collaborate with others. Yes, we're meant to have these balanced and beautiful relationships, but sometimes we're meant to walk certain parts of our path solo, alone. And alone doesn't mean that you're all by yourself. Alone is all one, because you are becoming one with Source, with God, with the universe at large. So we must shed certain parts of our identity or certain labels that we cling to, in order to come into the full realization of this full unity. Okay, I'm getting fullness, like you're stepping into fullness, not part, partial, like people putting in like a little bit of effort or part effort. I don't know, that's the way it's coming through. Like, I wouldn't say minimal effort, but it's like a fraction of what they could be doing. You know what I mean? So now is your time to act. We got the spirit card with act. Okay. You're going to be taking action moving forward. There are opportunities for you, both energetic and tangible opportunities that are coming in for you. You may not see them right now because you're still in this cocoon phase. You're still kind of in the dark of the shadows that you're still moving through, but you're powering through them because you know you're fucking worth it. Not just you, your daughter, your loved ones. You know that if you, and I'm not saying power through like you're bypassing everything, because you're doing the work. You're learning the lessons, you're doing the shadow work, you're being there for yourself. But it's really heavy and it's really dark at times. And whenever you're feeling like I'm the only one and I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel, and you're looking around and you're like, where's this light, that I'm supposed to be seeing, because I was told that it was there, or my guides are telling me, hey, just keep going because it's almost there. But I'm not seeing it. It's pitch black. I don't see even a pinhole of light. You know what I mean? Um, this is where you're being forced to lean more on your intuition than your logic. Okay. Right brain over left brain right now. Iku with transformation. Again, you're in this transformation phase, but look at that beautiful Pegasus unicorn. Baby, it's not just a Pegasus, it's not just a unicorn, it's both. And this is you blending one aspect of your magic with another and birthing something completely new. And it's like you've got the medicine, the unicorn horn, that's the medicine, that's the it's like the life force, the life juice. You've got that, but you've also got the wings to soar. Okay. You are blending two very magical and beautiful parts of yourself to create something even better for yourself. It could be blending two different paths, and kind of converging them into the same one and creating something new moving forward. I don't know what you got in the works, baby, but you've got something great coming in. We do have Idajo with karma. And this is like that judgment card. This is that angel coming to call these people out of the old way into the new. This is calling out of the dense, tangible circumstances into something more light, more ethereal, more like your magic. So yes, it's heavy, it's difficult, it's a tight squeeze right now. You are in butterfly suit mode. I do feel like probably over the next week or so, you're still going to be feeling kind of these icky vibes surfacing for you, but things are going to start to feel lighter because they have to come to the surface so you can consciously realize what's going on, and then you can decide, oh, okay, this is what I can release. Remember that card? Wait, where did it go? I don't know. The one that said release it. Maybe that was another reading. I don't know. I'm sorry. But it's the spirit card, act. Okay. And then that karma card, that just like the judgment card, is letting something old, heavy, and dense that doesn't really work anymore to fall away so that something lighter and more beautiful can manifest for you. And we all know you, and we know that whatever it is that you're facing, you are creating beauty out of it because you have one of the purest, most beautiful, lightest hearts of anyone that I've ever met. And I have full faith in you, and you have full support in me, in our community here. So I don't ever want you to feel alone. If you need anyone to talk to, girl, you know where to find me. I love you so much, and I'll be talking to you soon. Love you. All right, Miss Gina is next. And dang, girl, I've been making these things long. I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay, Gina is next, and then we're going to go ahead and end the live today. So, excuse me, my voice is trying to cut out on me. All right. Let's see what cards we're going to use for Gina. I'm going to use this Cannabis Healing Oracle for Gina as well, but Gina is also going to get some healing waters. I sure did. Okay. All right, Miss Gina. Go ahead and put those away. I don't need to use those. Okay. Gina, 2 hours 9 minutes. All right. Oh, I love this for you, Gina. Okay. All right, beautiful Gina. All right, my love. Bottom of the deck, Gina, we have Spirit with Act. This is you being pushed to take some kind of an action, something that you've been contemplating or something that has energetically been in the works. This is when it's time for you to take action and tangibilize it into your reality. Karma card right behind that, which is the Judgment card. This is calling you forth out of the old life, out of something dense into something much lighter, much more freer. Um, and that's going to bring you joy and light. Okay, we have, look at that unicorn. You're riding that unicorn, baby. You're leaving behind the old, dense, you know, things that you don't deserve, and not saying, like, not in a negative way, things that don't deserve you, shall we say. Um, you deserve so much better. And we have the Solitude card right behind that with Ankarita. This is you going within for answers, getting back in touch with that light within. Solo magic right behind that as well. So moving into a period where you're going to be doing a lot of things solo, but this is creation, okay? Because that's creation solo. That's solo magic. This is you. Um, it's like putting into practice everything that you have learned along the way. And with the work that you do, the beautiful healing work that you do, I really do feel like you're about to expand on that so much more. It's like having the energy is so much lighter, so you have more freedom to practice or to receive these downloads on next steps on whatever this is that you're creating. And I know that you're doing the sleep Reiki and you've created that modality for yourself. I think you're going to be adding to that. Um, Bottom of the deck over here, we have end call with healer, seer, priest, priestess, etc. This is, people born in call are born with the bag of waters intact, and they are said to be able to see beyond the veil. And yes, they are. Sirens, use your voice, expansion and freedom. You are moving into a period of freedom where you can express yourself, you can advocate for yourself, you're going to speak up, you're going to use that beautiful voice of yours. Okay. And it's creating um, amazing things for you in your life. And I heard abracadabra, as I speak, I create. So I think that you need to speak more of the things that you are creating, even if it's just to yourself while you're in process. Like if you're doing your healing work, or if you're in meditation, it's like speaking it, or just even whenever something comes to you, an idea, something like that, speaking it out loud. You don't have to tell it to somebody else, but I feel like verbalizing it is going to help anchor it more, help tangibilize it more, help it to come to fruition much quicker. So as I speak, I create. Abracadabra, start speaking your creations into existence. We have Yamaya with resurrection. You are being resurrected. Your magic, your healing energy. It's like so many things are coming online for you because you have chosen to act, to leave behind the old, and to just move straight on into the new. And it's not like there haven't been hindrances to this, but you're no longer allowing those to be a factor. We have Oya with protection. This is you harnessing that lightning, that high intense energy, and channeling that into your creations. And she is riding on the back of a bull. Again, bulls and cows are sacred for thousands and thousands of years across many different cultures, and they are a symbol of abundance, of vitality, of virility, of creation. So this is everything that you're creating. Um, you are protected. We do have Urzuli with pay attention. This is kind of like pay attention to the signs, pay attention to the downloads, the intuitive hits that you're receiving, but also pay attention to others. Pay attention to your intuitive hits when it comes to others. If you get an intuitive hit to be aware of someone else's behavior and the things that they might do based on their state of mind, then pay attention to those and take extra steps to protect yourself if need be. This could be with like not sharing your ideas for your work with other people, just, speaking them out loud, but keeping them to yourself. You know what I mean? Like letting them hit the air, but not giving your ideas to others who may not be the most trustworthy. Okay. Pay attention to your intuition. It will not lead you in the wrong direction. We have Hood Love showing up here with community. You are fully supported, and you are, as you're making these life changes, you are adhering to your own authentic path, thus attracting your own authentic tribe, those who are a vibrational match to where it is that you're going and what it is that you're creating for yourself moving forward. They are a vibrational match to that life, not to the old one that you're leaving behind, not to the old versions that you're leaving behind. You have leveled up in frequency and vibration, and so you will start to attract new and amazing people towards you. Isle of Avalon, healing, returning to wholeness, and transformation. So, just like everyone else, you are currently in this transformation phase where things, the old is dying out and the new is being reborn or being born into your reality. Um, and it's taking a level of healing. Like you're having to do the work. You're still moving through shadow work, but you're also very much actively healing yourself. It's like how to, like, the medicine that cures this affliction within you, and so you're doing that. You're giving to yourself in a way that you never have before, and that's absolutely beautiful. That's part of your transformation. That's part of your healing journey. But also next to that transformation card with the Isle of Avalon, we have metamorphosis. Embrace transformation. Things are now different. So just like I was talking about, you're stepping into this new, very different but very beautiful phase of your life with this metamorphosis card. Yes, you're in butterfly suit phase. You have been for a while, but you're moving on to get those wings, baby. Might take a few minutes for them to dry, but keep stretching them out and keep drying them off, because you're about to flutter on into this new beautiful version of your life that you have created all on your own, my dear, with that solo magic card. So I hope that resonates for you, my love. If you have any questions, let me know. I love you so much. All right, you guys. Thank you for sticking around with me for so long. I appreciate it so much. You guys are so amazing, and I love, 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 love you. I will be back with you guys on Monday for the collective reading. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll do air signs, earth signs, fire signs, water signs readings. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do on Thursday. So I love you guys so much. And I will